Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This is the first time ever. We're calling this the announcement. We're calling this MeepCon. First time in history. This is basically where I will be announcing some new future projects for the channel that will be coming soon. And this is what I wanted to do for a while. And also to explain my absences from YouTube. Well, not really explain, but just really give an update that I will be popping up here and there for the next month. However, you'll see some of these announcements that I'm about to announce in some of these months. MWB Season 6 teaser trailer. Well, just some clips that represents the rivalries with these wrestlers. And it will also, I will also show you all the projects, the 8 different projects announced. So, this is MeepCon, the first ever MeepCon in history. Will be a yearly thing, I don't know. But thanks to help with my friend Noah, the Crusher, as you all know, Hyper Gaming, what I'm about to show you is he made all these, he made every poster. So every credit goes to Hyper Gaming. So, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, MeepCon, let's get the action. So, as you all see here, this is the announcements of everything that will be coming to the YouTube channel, coming to life. All these different projects. And yes, some of these are like series, like there'll be multiple episodes, and some of these will be just like movies, like you've seen in the past. This time, this is the last big wave for this year and the beginning of next year. Well, next year, we'll have new announcements, but right now, first ever MeepCon presents the official 8 different upcoming projects. Number 1, the return of Jeepers Creepers, August 2022. Yes. So this thing is basically my version of the return of the return of Jeepers Creepers. It takes place after the second movie. We ignore the third movie, and our references of the fourth movie will be in there, but I don't know if it's canon or not. And its first pilot episode will be releasing this month, so probably at the end of August, like the last day of August. Who knows? It'll be a premiere. But Noah, Hyper Gaming, also, he played Jeepers Creepers in that episode. You know, in the pilot episode, it's not the actual official episode 1. So, it is nothing to do with the MW universe, but it is my take on what I think should be, what they should. This is not what I would do in a real life movie, but this is what I would do if it was me on YouTube, and I would do a short series, return, and Hyper Gaming, Noah, made this thumbnail. So, I just added the dates in September and October, whatever, 2022. So, that is what's happening first. Not the whole series, just the first look, the first episode. While our first official movie, Noah versus Michael versus Jason, the end of the everlasting battle, September 2022. This is a sequel to Noah vs. Jason vs. Michael back in July or August, whatever it was, 2021, which was a sequel to Noah vs. Jason. This is the trilogy that comes full circle, the Noah vs. trilogy of the two most iconic characters in horror history for the final time. And this time it's going to be more personal. We're not just because we want to fight, it's because, well, they have to fight. So, well, mainly Noah wants to fight. That's what it means. Well, Michael, just like, okay. And Jason's like, okay. But this one's going to be more brutal. It's going to be a longer, bigger budget, basically. And it's the final saga. The final film. The final chapter of this saga. Which will have so many different returns and so many different cameos and so many different people helping Noah. Even some villains that Noah in the past. Even some villains from on MWE will come together just to stop Jason and Michael's rampage on this one movie, which the original idea was going to take place in December 2021, but I changed that idea to October, or around September, October, whatever, 2022, so a time jump. So that one, Noah's going to help me with it. The script has already done, and the production will not begin until script is done. But it's going to be one of the craziest things you'll ever see from this trilogy and from this saga. Next, one of the most crazier and interesting and wilder ideas coming from the mind of Noah the Crusher, Noah in the multiverse. This is basically Noah getting stuck in different universes. And this was supposed to be around September, but now I've changed the idea to October, that the school's happening, so, it's going to be hard for me to do these recordings and all that in time, so, I don't have all day. However, this is slated for 2022, a series like Jeepers Creepers, but the difference with this is that there will be no pilot episode, and Jeepers Creepers will be shorter episodes, like maybe 10 to 15 minutes, while this series will be like a 30-minute to 40-minute episodes, which in turn you see Lego Batman, you see Lego Marvel, you see The Last of Us, Minecraft, Spider-Man, even Doctor Strange. And, you see in the background, this series is going to have a bunch of different universes. Like I said, Dead by Daylight, Fortnite, Lego, zombies, the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So many different things that Noah gets stuck in this universe, in the video games universe and in the other movie universe, whatever there is, because of something happens. And which, let me just say, in the timeline, Noah in the multiverse happens first. It happens before Michael versus Jason versus Noah. So, but I love that thumbnail. Like, I love that poster. Best poster out of all of them. And the next thing is Enter the Mask. October 2022. It is the mask from MWB. It is his origins. We understand, or what is his origins? We'll find out in this origin story movie. The Mask short film, probably going to be a premiere, or maybe a live stream, probably a premiere. But a short return, well, not return, but it's a short explanation of what had really happened to this character before he donned this red mask. Because there's more life to this mask and more, mysteries than we actually know. So it's going to be a little origin story. A new take and a new original story. And next is another series to have multiple episodes. However, we'll only have one season. There is no season 2, no pilot. It is just simply called Ghostface, which is a sequel to Noah in the Multiverse and is a prequel to Michael vs. Jason vs. Noah. So the timeline goes Noah in the Multiverse, and then it's Ghostface, and then it's Noah versus Jason versus Michael. The end. That's the timeline. They're not going to be releasing timeline-wise. They'll be releasing randomly because, I want to get the big movie done before that. But the Ghostface is basically the killer and his other Ghostface goons, while Noah is on the scene of this rampage and other criminal scenes of going on in this new take on people donning the Ghostface mask, donning that, and he might need some help outside of the wall from the multiverse, from Doctor Strange, to try to stop Killer once and for all. As you know, he's basically on a rampage. As we saw at the end of Christmas Man, he was the Ghostface that cost him the match against Michael Myers. But now apparently there's more. We'll find out in the Ghostface series, which only have 10 episodes. Same with Jeepers Creepers. Only one. Jeepers Creepers, there might be more seasons. We'll see, maybe 3 the most. But that's if people like it, and if season. So, but Ghostface only 10 episodes. No, in the multiverse, I believe it would only be 9 episodes. I don't know, but yeah. And then the season 6 of MWE 2022. I don't have an exact release date, but I don't have the exact month either. But 2022, I want to say, is everything that comes back. So basically, in timeline-wise, you'll have that comes in the story, Noah in the multiverse, Ghostface, Noah versus Michael versus Jason, and then MWE Season 6. All the same time, basically. But MWE is the last thing for this year. However, too excited. I wanted to announce some things for 2023. And that is, Here Comes the Boogeyman, Origins of the Gremlin, 2023. It is, well, your origin story of the Gremlin, just like we had the origin of CJ, just like we're getting for the Mask, and just like we have for Jacob the Hacker. That's what it is. And it takes place in 1960s, 70s, and, it's a little bit crazy. It gets wild. But speaking of a hacker, in 2023, we will also have the story of Jacob the Hacker, Part 2. The sequel to the story, the origin of Jacob the Hacker, Part 1, back in February of 2021. 2 years later, we're getting the second part to that story. The second origin. We really got the origin. Now we just get the progression of that power that Jacob has, which the story will take place in 2017. It will be different, but it will continue right where Part 1 left off. Exactly at the moment it ended. And it will also end, not in the current day, but it will be a more progression of why Jacob the way he is. So we have his powers. Now it explains his attitude and how, this is a real picture of a hacker that Noah made. So, yeah, that's what he will be doing. And this is all the MeepCon announcements. But if you're still here, I want to also showcase a little sneak peek of what you might see of MWE Season 6.